What is up, lymphomies? It's Hazardous Nick. I'm sorry I've been gone for a long time. I've had a lot of things happen to me in the last couple weeks. I quit my job. That was exciting. And because I quit my job, I decided to go see my friends down in Florida. I know that it's a bad time to travel right now. If it is, I really don't know what to think anymore, honestly. So, you put on the mask, you do what you need to do, right? I needed to see my friends. It had been too long since I saw them. So I went to Florida, right? And I thought I had, a small cold or allergies. But when I got to Florida, the symptoms I was having kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? Got worse by maybe 10 times. I remember I was laying in the sun and I got up, I was disoriented, I was coughing, I was burning hot. We got home, we took my temperature, and it was 106. I think that was a little off, but because I was so sick and I was suffering, my friends decide that I need to go to urgent care. And I was so pissed at first, but my friends, they got my back. They needed to get me to go. So in the end, I appreciated it so much. But yeah, they forced me to go to urgent care because honestly, we needed to know if I had COVID. So we went to urgent care, and the nurses told me that I definitely had COVID, that I needed to quarantine for 14 days, and that was the end of it. So obviously, I decide to text, my friends back home, my parents, and tell them, hey, I have COVID. The doctor then comes in the room, and he says, you do not have COVID. We did not test you for COVID, but it's pretty likely that you have it. What they did test for, or I don't know, they took blood, they took urine, and they said that I definitely had bronchitis. Cool, right? So I'm in Florida with bronchitis on vacation. Definitely feeling guilty that I might have contaminated my friends. A few days were salvageable. Like the first day we went to see the flamingos, that was awesome. Then we went to the beach that one day, and the last day when I was feeling better because I was on medication, I was on prednisone of all things. That was something I hope to never be on again. Prednisone is disgusting, and it makes you feel like garbage. But it actually made me feel better. So the last day, we went to Sanibel Island, and it was very, very beautiful. So it wasn't a total loss, but I definitely felt guilty for exposing my friends to bronchitis. And because the urgent care did not test me for COVID, we had to go to one of those army test sites, and we had to wait in the car. They tested me from the car to give me that painful nasal test. So I was feeling better. I decided I need to go back home, so I flew home because I'm starting a new job in a week, and I just needed to be home before I started this new job. So when I got off the plane, they actually emailed me my test results, and my results were negative. So I did not get on a plane with COVID-19. I tested negative. It was bronchitis. And there was that. And I did not end up getting my friends sick. So thank goodness for that, right? And also, aside from starting this new job that, I switched industries. I was in one industry, went to a whole different industry. So that's very daunting. And I did finally get that PET scan that they wanted me to get when my doctor saw something in my spleen he did not like. I pushed off the first appointment because I was feeling under the weather. I didn't know I had bronchitis at the time. I thought was just allergies, but I didn't want to risk, if I was sick, being around cancer patients and other sick people at the scan site. But yeah, I finally got that PET scan, and I'll know in 2 days what the results of that scan were. I think I'll be fine. I don't think there's anything wrong. The spleen thing, PET scans are very tricky. I watched a House episode. I know this isn't a good source, so don't quote me on this or whatever, but one House episode, he was like, they'd probably scan all of us and find 6 different doodads that look like cancer. I've never had a clean PET scan in my life. It just, that is how it is. And the thing that he saw in the spleen, who the hell knows, but I don't think it's anything serious. I could be wrong, but I'm hopeful. And I also am having camera issues, so that is why I'm filming on my iMac and not the camera. Yeah, it is what it is. Technology, am I right? So I thought I would film this video, a quick one, from my computer instead of my camera, because my computer never fails me, even though it's over 10 years old at this point. I decided to compile a list of things they do not tell you about cancer treatment. So number 1, you lose your sense of taste. This, for me, was the worst side effect, because eating and drinking were made to be very difficult. Eating, because it changes the taste of everything. For example, like, I was really craving some tropical Skittles, and I know in my mind what they should taste like, but chemo made them taste way too sweet, and it just wanted nothing to do with that. Also, very bland things, like I had chicken nuggets with no sauce on them, because I thought I could eat it. No, like, it made it so bland that it was just painful to eat. Like, I was chewing on a piece of cardboard and sandpaper. Like, it was so horrible. I remember going home from the hospital, and my grandmother made me just chicken nuggets, maybe some green beans, I don't know. But I remember chewing on the chicken nuggets forever and just thinking, this is the most painful thing ever, but I have to eat this because my family was forcing me to eat, understandably. But it was just very terrible. Drinking, any sugary beverage I couldn't touch because it just made it too sweet and it was painful to drink. Even bland things like water. I don't know if you've ever had a bacterial infection and you're on antibiotics and you have that sweet taste in your mouth even though you've never, or you haven't eaten anything in hours. That's kind of like how water was to me. It was sweet when it shouldn't have been. And the temperature really bothered me. If it was too cold, it was just straight up painful and I couldn't drink it. If it was too warm, it tasted thick and disgusting like saliva. I can't stress this enough. Water was like my worst enemy. I had to go get hydrated via port a few times after chemo treatment because my sense of taste just messed everything up and I couldn't drink anything, really. The one thing I could drink and the one thing I could eat was milk and cereal. Godsend, okay? If you find that you can't drink anything, you can't drink water, you can't drink Gatorade, nothing, no ginger ale, milk, maybe it's the consistency, maybe it's, I don't know, but I could always drink milk, and milk will hydrate you, unlike tea or anything else bad that I would drink. I would actually drink a lot of peach tea, and my physical therapist was like, oh no, that will not hydrate you, that has caffeine in it, so. But yeah, you lose your sense of taste, and it's terrible, and I guess everyone's different, but that's how it affected me, okay? Um, Another thing they don't tell you about cancer is that you will require more doctors than you can remember. Uh, in the urgent care center in Florida, I was actually asked the name of my primary care doctor, and I don't know if it was the high fever or what, but I couldn't remember for the life of me my primary care doctor's name. I actually did remember like 2 days after I had gotten back to my home state. Yeah. So I have required many oncologists. When I first got sick, my oncologist was a woman and her team of 3 other people. I have a new oncologist now who was the man who prescribed my chemo regimen. I had gotten a gynecological oncologist when they thought I had ovarian cancer. I have a orthopedic oncologist. I have stem cell doctors. I have my primary care doctor, my lady parts doctor. Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot of doctors. There's so many. Like, I have way more doctors than I have fingers and toes, okay? Like, that much I can tell you. And I forgot my primary care doctor's name. I'm sorry, ma'am. I know your name now. Alright. Another thing they don't tell you about cancer is prednisone tastes terrible. And I was reminded of this when I had to take prednisone for my bronchitis. For some reason, they don't coat them. Maybe they want them to be fast acting. I don't know. But they taste like straight up earwax concentrate. It's terrible. It's torture. And pro tip, if you have to take prednisone and you also think they taste like earwax from hell, put them in applesauce or yogurt and just stick them in your throat. Swallow them that way. So you coat them with yogurt or applesauce, something thick. Because, I don't know, to me, I've a few times I threw my prednisone pills away because I was just in the hospital. I was just so fed up and done with the whole experience that I didn't want anything to do with them. Okay? I don't want to scare off any new people. You can, it's doable, but prednisone sucks. It really does. Another thing they don't tell you about cancer, you lose every single hair on your body, even the ones you don't think about. My eyelashes and eyebrows actually took the longest to fall out. They fell out after my last round of chemotherapy, just when I thought, like, oh shit, I didn't lose my eyelashes or eyebrows. This is awesome. Yeah, they fell out after, like, round 6. The point I was trying to make with this, you also lose the nose hairs inside your nose, and you'll be talking to someone, and a booger will just land right here. It's the most awkward thing ever. It happened to me a few times. Like, oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah. So yeah, you lose all the hairs, all of them. Another thing they don't tell you about cancer, and this is my main point, I guess, is that remission is not linear. Meaning, it's not an upward path. Once you get told you're in a remission, it's not, oh, my life is so great now. I have said this in other videos, remission was the hardest time in my whole life. I dabbled in things that I should never have dabbled in, and I was depressed. They told me I possibly had another type of cancer, and to this day, I still deal with the aftermath. Being a stage 4 survivor, you know, it does damage to your body. This is not a disease that is, it's a big deal, you know? And it does damage to your body. There's no way around it. And I will make a video about that, the effects of, you know, stage 4 cancer that it still has on my life today. But yeah, my mental state was terrible during remission, and I made a video about this. And yeah, those are just a few things that I could think of that they don't really tell you about cancer. You know, you hear that you're going to lose your hair and you're going to throw up a lot. And that's just not even the half of it, honestly. So I just thought those were a couple things that were important to be talked about. Drop in the comments below something that you find that you didn't expect during your cancer treatment, or any questions you might have, honestly, because I'd love to answer them. I love helping people. That's the whole point of this channel. I'm not trying to, you know, just make videos for the heck of making videos. I think it's much easier to get on a camera and talk about, you know, some vile things that, you know, people enjoy if I really wanted the attention. But I want to share my experiences with you guys because I care and I wanted to help out other people going through the same thing. But yeah, let me know in the comments, what did you not expect from your cancer journey? Is there anything you want other lymphomies or any other cancer patients to know? Just drop them in the comments. We'll have a nice conversation like always. I'm really sorry for leaving you hanging. Like I said, it's been a crazy end of summer for me. This year in general has been a dumpster fire, and I'm really excited for it to be over. November is going to be exciting though because of the election. I'm paying off my house. Yay. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to November, but otherwise, yeah, 2020 can suck it. Yeah, and I'm sorry. I have 2 videos that I need to edit still and upload, and I'll get right on that. I'm getting acclimated to my new job. It's very daunting so far. I already got in trouble, but it was unintentional. Alright, I will talk to you guys later, and na zdrowie. I hope you have an amazing day and end of summer. It's local summer where I live. So, have a good one, guys. Bye.